Excuse me. Errol Spence said on Twitter he got an announcement. Hey Dre, I got something to say. So he said he got an announcement coming up, and they trying to make it seem like he didn't already have a fight lined up. So I mean, there's two possibilities I'm hearing. It's either I'm hearing a lot of Keith Thurman or Stannionis, and how they gonna do the Stannionis thing is where they gonna say how they gonna put that play down is like they pretty much gonna say well, the WBC came to an agreement and let the WBA mandatory go first, you know. And a sign that, and I told y'all, it was supposed to be an announcement for his fight November the 5th. I'm not sure if it's going to be this year or next year, right? They want to make it seem like Terrence Crawford is the bad guy here or whatever. Al Heyman don't want to make that fight. I keep telling y'all, same thing with Ryan Garcia. And Ryan Garcia, the difference is Ryan Garcia is the difference is Ryan Garcia is speaking out to the media. Y'all gotta understand Terrence Crawford don't F with the media. That's the difference. Terrence Crawford don't, for good reason. A lot of stories been put out, a lot of words been twisted out. A lot of people mad because he don't want to speak to the media. That ain't him. And you got to accept it. But people mad because they can't make money off the man's name. They can't monetize his name that, they're like, oh, hell no, And then he not give you an explanation. It's either through his sister, through Steven Nelson, through this guy, through that guy. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people say, why he just don't come out and say nothing? My response to that, Al Heyman don't come out and say nothing. Al Heyman don't come out and say nothing. So I mean, it'd be crazy if he did turn around and fight Keith Thurman, but then again, they could twist it and say it's the mandatory. Now, is Keith Thurman fight, pay-per-view worthy? It's really not, but it's more pay-per-view worthy than Stannionis, and it's not Terrence Crawford. It's more pay-per-view worthy than Stannionis. So at the end of the day, if he do pick Stannionis, he probably gonna take the lesser bag, and he probably gonna take the lesser bag. So that's probably what you gonna see happen. He gonna take the lesser bag, and they gonna try to twist it and say, "Well, the WA mandatory come first," and they gonna twist it like that. And then we'll worry about the WBC mandatory. And if it gets to the point where him and Terrence Crawford still gonna fight, if we get to the part where him and Terrence Crawford still gonna fight, the excuse is gonna turn around and be, they're gonna pay Keith Thurman to step aside. And at the end of the day, don't nobody feel bad for Keith Thurman. Now I heard that he was either gonna fight Jerron Ennis, Stannionis, or Keith Thurman, I believe, and I'll double check that. This is like last week, but things change. But things definitely change. So that's what I originally heard. But but that's how they gonna spin it. And him staying at 147 is probably a good sign that the Crawford fight still gonna happen. But then again, what's the plan for 54? A tester, and then Charlo dropped the belts, and then he pick up a belt, and you know what I'm saying? So I don't think they was truly ready for him to fight at 54. Just yet. I don't think they was ready to put that play down. So, but that's how they gonna spin it. He fight Keith Thurman. The excuse is gonna be well, he You know, if I keep it's my mandatory, and I got to fight my mandatory, and you know, I'm gonna get him out the way, and we gonna go for Bud Crawford. But the crazy thing about it is, Keith Thurman is a great way to get ready for Terrence Crawford. That's the funny thing about it. It might be a blessing in disguise. You know, both almost around the same age. You know, both got some perpetual movement. Both can punch. A little bit different. You know, Keith like to choose the looping shots, and he wind up a bit. You know, which give Errol, you know, some time to really get that to break his rhythm with jab. But Keith do a lot of movement, a lot of, you know, feints with his feet and with his hands. It would have gave him an interesting look on how he cut the ring off. Remember, we thought Golovkin was one of the best at cutting the ring off, and it turned out that he couldn't even cut the ring off on lead foot Canelo Alvarez. So we'll really see if he can cut the ring off versus a guy like, you know, Keith Thurman, which, you know, Barrios eventually caught up to him, but I think Keith Thurman kind of be in the best condition possible, in my opinion, for Errol Spence. I heard he was already working on kind of holding his ground some more and not moving as much. So, you know, he already been working on holding his ground. So he already knew this was coming. He was telling people behind the scenes that this was coming, you know, that one of these guys had to come see him eventually. That one of these dudes had to come see him. That one of them dudes had to come see him. So I mean, obviously, you know, Stannionis, what he bring to the table, we're gonna come forward. It's gonna kind of like the Ugas fight. No defense, come forward, stronger, younger, but it's just a matter of time to Errol Spence knock him out. And if they were smart, they should do that on regular TV. And if they even plan on making a Terrence Crawford fight, because everybody know behind the scenes they aged him out, and that's you know. But if they were smart, you know, they would put stay on this on regular TV, or even keep on regular TV. We know they're not, and you know they would put that on regular TV, and showcase Bud getting in the ring, and so everybody can see it. So everybody can see it. But they don't know how to market. They don't want to waste no money, quote unquote. You know, ain't no really money to do shit. You know? But you know, that's the word. You know, if I had to lean towards one person, by no more than a WBC mandatory, that kind of make you want to lean towards that. But you know, if he, you know, Errol Spence man his word, if he a man his word, you know, he ain't fighting. He ain't fighting. So we know he ain't a man his word. So it's probably gonna be Keith. I can care less. You know, but they trying to age the boy Bud out, and that's just what it boiled down to. He know the plan. You know, this shit just don't like pop up. You know, everyone said we don't have a backup plan. We ain't had this. He was a liar. He's a weasel. What kind of McGregor? He's a weasel. He's a liar, bro. I've been knew that they been had a venue that where AT&T Stadium book. I said it. I said he been had that place booked for another opponent. I've been said that. And the announcement was supposed to come November 5th, and I could be wrong. So good. On the date. Or if I'm right, a nigga just Nostradamus. You know? But that been the word for quite some time. That's been the good word. So he been had this lined up. And they can play the PR role all they want to. They know the truth, I know the truth, and a few other people out there know the truth. They full of shit. And Bud not speaking to the media is how they got the upper hand. But in my opinion, they could have did this 3 years ago. I mean, they could have did this months ago and finessed out this fight. Could have did this months ago. But you know, they put on Stannionis on pay-per-view. Come on, it's gonna be a flippity blah 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 like it's hot. You know it, I know it, we know it, he know it, she know it. It's gonna flop. It's gonna go triple wood. But they don't care. They in the business of losing money. And Keith Thurman, I mean, they can make the case Keith Thurman ain't moving units. You know, if they give you the Keith Thurman fight, it was a fight that people wanted years ago. And they blame Keith Thurman, but it really was Al Heyman. When Keith said, I never received a contract, nobody ever contacted me about the fight. He ain't lying. Errol Spence just playing the role. He a great actor. He's a great actor. You know, he's a studio gangster. He's a great actor. But hey, that's all I got. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is to keep Thurman button. That's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially, you want to support the channel. Cash App $sign CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support. Everybody support the channel. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. One time for the one time. Y'all know the business is Good Fella TV. Peace.